Welcome to Fan for Racing Radio. I'm Fan for Racing Sharon, and I am here for the Watkins Glen review for the NASCAR Cup Series. And another exciting race this weekend with the king of road course racing, Shane Van Gisbergen, winning this weekend out at Watkins Glen. He came in second last year, if you recall, to Chris Buescher, who won this race last year. So it was exciting to see him get that redemption and win this race this week at Watkins Glen. Now then, I will tell you, this race, Shane Van Gisbergen was the road course master, the king of road course racing, whatever you want to call him. He gets it done. Shane Van Gisbergen claimed his fourth NASCAR Cup Series road course victory of the season Sunday afternoon, and his second win of more than 10 seconds on the field, and he made it look effortless. The 36-year-old New Zealander led a race best 38 of the 90 laps, including the final 17 at the historic Watkins Glen International in picturesque upstate New York. His number 88 Trackhouse Racing Chevrolet officially crossing the finish line by 11.116 seconds ahead of Joe Gibbs Racing's Christopher Bell. He won the gold bowling at the Glen, Shane Van Gisbergen, for his fourth win of the year, first at Watkins Glen, and the fifth of his career. Christopher Bell finished second, followed by Chris Buescher, last year's winner, William Byron, the series points leader, Chase Briscoe, and the pole winner, Ryan Blaney. Then it was Daniel Suarez, Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick, and Ross Chastain rounding out the top 10 finishers. Now, Blaney led the most laps of the first stage, but the remainder of the race belonged to Van Gisbergen. He led a total of 38 laps and pulled away at the end to win by more than 11 seconds. Stage 1 was won by Chris Buescher. Stage 2 was won by Ryan Blaney, and the fastest lap of the race bonus went to Kyle Larson. I'll give you more details in just a few. There were 8 lead changes among 6 drivers, 3 cautions for 8 yellow flags laps, and the average speed of the race was 101.263 miles per hour. The highest finishing rookie of this race was none other than Shane Van Gisbergen, the race winner. So only 2 rookies in the Cup Series this year, and Shane Van Gisbergen is one of them. The other rookie of this race is Riley Herbst, and he came in 24th place. But there were a lot of really interesting finishes here when you consider Chris Buescher, the race winner last year, coming in third. He ran second. Christopher Bell overtook him in those final laps. So I thought he was going to make it as second place, and they were going to reverse roles. Christopher Bell had other plans. Chase Briscoe in that fifth place finish was a good run. A lot of people didn't count William Byron in for this race, but he's kind of on a comeback after having a slump during the second half of this season. So it was good to see that for William Byron. Shout out to Daniel Suarez for that number 7 finish, and Bubba Wallace with an 8th place finish, and Tyler Reddick coming in 9th. Ross Chastain, I thought he was one of the sleepers for this week. He ended up with that 10th place finish. And A.J. Allmendinger just right behind him. I think that was a head-to-head this week in some of the matchups. And fortunately, I did take Ross Chastain for that one. Okay, now everybody fonished this race running, believe it or not. Although several people were running a lap or more down, but not too many, 4 in total. And there were 90 total laps in this race, 39 cars in the race this week, and 34 of those cars, or 35 of those cars, finished on the lead lap. So that was pretty exciting. Nobody having incidents or mechanical issues or anything like that. And we like that when that happens. It doesn't happen often. So when it does happen, we like to make sure we point that out. So an exciting race here. The fastest lap bonus, as we mentioned, went to Kyle Larson, even though he did have an incident that took him back and several laps down by the end of this race. Going to the points report, I'm going to give it to you two ways. This time we'll give you the driver's point standings just based on points. And then we'll also look at the playoff picture. So William Byron, your current points leader, he's putting the gap on the other drivers again. Now 42 points over second place driver Chase Elliott. Denny Hamlin's in third. Then you've got Christopher Bell in fourth, and Kyle Larson in fifth place. Kyle Larson has the 23 playoff points, Denny Hamlin with 24, and those are your drivers in the 20s for playoff points. William Byron has 17, as does Christopher Bell. So those are your leaders in playoff points. The next driver with double-digit playoff points is Ryan Blaney with 11. Okay, and he is your sixth place driver as well. Then it's Tyler Reddick in seventh, Chase Briscoe in eighth, Alex Bowman in ninth, Chris Buescher rounds out the top 10. Then you have Bubba Wallace in 11th, and I think that's where the cut line falls. Let's see, you've got Joey Logano and Ross Chastain both have one win. Then you've got Austin Cindric with a win, and Josh Berry with a win. And of course, Shane Van Gisbergen moves above everybody with his 4 wins. So that puts the cut line after Bubba Wallace in 11th place, because you've got in 13th place Joey Logano and Ross Chastain with victories. So that will push them above that cut line, along with Josh Berry and Shane Van Gisbergen. So now when we look at it from the playoff picture, the playoff point of view, it looks very, very different. At the top of the series point standings is Denny Hamlin with 4 wins. And since Shane Van Gisbergen got his 4th win this weekend, he's now second in the playoff picture. And he has 22 playoff points compared to Hamlin's 24, along with the 4 wins that they both have. Those drivers with 3 wins are Christopher Bell with 3 and 17 playoff points, Kyle Larson with 3 and 23 playoff points, but Kyle Larson has had more finishes outside the top 20 or even the top 30 in some cases, and that's why he's 4th in those playoff points. Only one driver with 2 wins, and that's William Byron. He's the regular season points leader, also with 17 playoff points. The drivers with 1 win come in next, and that starts with Chase Elliott in 6th place, Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe, Bubba Wallace, and Joey Logano rounds out the top 10. Then it's Ross Chastain, Austin Cindric, and Josh Berry, all with 1 win. Now, Josh Berry has 6 points, has 6 playoff points, and is above that cut line. 3 drivers still without a win above the cut line. Tyler Reddick is now 117 points to the good. Then you've got Alex Bowman, who is 15th, plus 60 points. And Chris Buescher in the 16th spot, 34 points to the good. And he is in that 16th spot. Ryan Preece is below the cut line. He's 34 points below with 2 playoff points. Then you've got Kyle Busch. He's 102 points behind with Ty Gibbs, who's 125 points back, and AJ Allmendinger even further back at 129. So those drivers are going to need a win if they want to get in. Ryan Preece could technically race his way in, but it's going to be difficult. A win might help him, his cause, when it comes to being in the playoffs. So up next is going to be Richmond. So Saturday night racing under the lights. We'll see what happens there. And if it shakes up those playoff points as they currently stand. So do watch for more coming from Fanfare Racing Radio. We've completed all 5 reviews from the weekend of racing at Watkins Glen with 4 races and Tri-City with 1 for the ARCA West Series. And tonight, Jay and I will be here for our Hot Topic Sound Off. I'm hoping All Sports All Day will be able to join us and the live chat during our live stream as we discuss some of the hottest topics in NASCAR. Also, later this week, Jay and I will be back for the previews of Richmond. 3 races at Richmond this week. The Truck Series and the Cup Series and the ARCA Menards Series is going to be racing at Illinois State Fairgrounds this weekend, not at Richmond Raceway. We'll be here with the preview of those 3 races later on this week. And then Taz and I will be here on Friday when we go through the fantasy report for Richmond and the NASCAR Cup Series to help you with your Cup Series picks for this weekend. So with that, thank you so much for tuning in. We do appreciate you, and we hope you'll be back as we continue our week here at Fanfare Racing Radio, but especially for our Hot Topic Sound Off segment tonight as Jay and I discuss those hot topics at 10 o'clock Eastern Time here on Fanfare Racing Radio. Take care, everybody. We'll see you on our live stream.